Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and today we're doing the usual Sunday thing, and actually doing it on Sunday. Isn't that a treat? So, as some of you may have, I love that glitch. It serves no purpose, but it's so amazing. I know, right, Cecil? So. For those of you who are still rather unfamiliar with how the whole with how the whole loot box thing, I mean mystery box. What are you talking about? It's not a loot box. See? It says Curious Relic Cube. That's not a loot box. They're actually quite fun and ethical. I swear. No, we're not starting there. So how the rule works is when I get to floor 3-1, by then I will have built up to 5 relics that will come out of my surprise mechanics, and we will drop it at that point, and we will see what we get. And fuck you, Atlas. And the whole idea will be you are going to try to guess what 5 relics pop out of my surprise mechanic. And if you get at least 2 of them, then you get to determine the contents of my next open run. Sound good? Excellent. Let's get into this. So for those of you who are aware, I mentioned not too long ago that I was having problems. Oh, I'm very stupid. There we go. Beautifully done. So those problems, of course, being gastrointestinal in nature. In other words, I've been having bad tummy and bowel problems. So much of my day today was actually spent in the hospital trying to figure out the cause for these problems. And after getting a CT scan and... suckers. After getting a CT scan, an ultrasound, and, starting off with, of course, pure speculation, it has come back that the problem is... and that's kind of as simple as it gets. We still haven't found the root of the problem. On the positive end of things, that means that it's... not what I originally thought it was, which was something along the lines of... Sorry, I had to make sure that guy didn't hit me. Which is something along the lines of either, appendicitis or something wrong with my gallbladder, which is what it seemed like at first. No, it seems like something that's a little bit easier to understand, but at the same time we still don't know what it is. So the next plan, as far as that's concerned, is to visit a gastroenterologist to figure it out more succinctly, since we now know it isn't appendix or gallbladder related. And I'm sure there's a contingent of you right now going, Dark Sage, that's a little too much information. I don't know why you think you wanted to tell us that. Mostly because I'm being honest and sincere with you. I already mentioned that I was having a problem, so I wanted to speak a little bit more candidly about the nature of the problem. That's all. Not dig an ion spike. I could take that, and I could also take Thundering Chain, which would... Actually, I'm thinking I should bet against taking Thundering Chain, because not only... See, it'll be good here, but it won't be good in the next 2 areas. Because both Atlas and the Wonder Twins are going to resist electricity. Hello, my fairy friend. Come with me. Now, I had gotten a hint. Summons a sprite that slows enemies. Alright. The hint that I got, and I actually hadn't noticed this before. Oh god. Hey. Hey. No. Stop. Sorry about that. I was trying to prevent my own grisly demise at the hands of evil icicle arrows. But the hint that I got is that in a recent update, and I'm not sure which one, but the text that says that you can only have one sprite at a time was removed. So, as you all know, thanks to my love of Sylvan life forms, that left me very interested. How have I not found the red portal yet? Alright, you know what? Let me take out Straight Archer here and I can try to figure this out. And 8 ropes. And certainly not against taking the Armor of Resolve. Alright, where am I missing ground? Over here. So I have Aura with me already. What I think I'm going to do next is see what happens when... There we go. Got anything good for me, sir? Kind of. I'm certainly not against having Airborne Slam. I don't care about that. I only have one movement Arcana, that's not a big deal. That's a maybe. I don't mind Spice Rack. Though I do have... I don't know, I'm iffy on it. I think I'm going to save my money and see what I get on the next floor. So if I happen to find another Sylvan life form, I'm going to see if the hint that I got is true and I can have more than one fairy. Because if that's the case, then you know what I've got to do. And I can always hope against hope that at some point or another I get a run where I get all 5 of them at once. Because that would just be amazing. Take that. Fiery Yo-Yo upgrade for the win. I don't really care for Whirling Wind Agents, not right now. This isn't the right run for it. I've got plenty of control over what happens on the battlefield. I even have a Jump Arcana. How amazing is that? There we go. Perfect. Oh, Aura. Alright, so this combo of spells is working out very well for me. No complaints. And, oh, hello, Cremire. Do I have anything to sell to you right now? Oh, I do not. I'm not going to sell you my Relic Cube. First of all, it's only, well, my surprise mechanic, I should say, because right now it's only got... God, I hate explosive barrels. What made Sura think that having just random nitroglycerin barrels around his castle was a good idea? But no, you don't understand. It's magical nitroglycerin. So what? Okay, Sura, what is the difference? What does it matter if it's magical nitroglycerin or physical nitroglycerin? But you see, it's magical because you see, yes, we're waiting for an explanation, Sura, please. Please tell us why this is a good idea to have just lying around the castle. Because, look over there! Bastard got away with it again. Alright, who's gonna remember to question him next week? And the answer, of course, will be not a single damn one of them. So, he gets away with having random nitroglycerin barrels, because no one calls him out on it. Now, you could also say, Darkseid, that's your fault for using Airborne Slam onto one of them. To which I would say, if I landed directly on it, sure, you would have a point there. But the problem is, I didn't land directly on it. I hit it with the shockwave, and it still went over. So I must offer contention to your point. There we go, perfect. Here's the boss chamber, but I haven't found Anders yet. And unfortunately, there's no real quick way to get to where he's going to be either. So, for this run, what exactly are we looking for? Well, I have things that work equally... Oh, hey, look at that! Oh my god, I can have multiple fairies. Oh, and the Sylvan Uprising has begun. Alright, ladies, let's prepare to take over the world. Okay, so I am actually quite surprised by that. I thought for sure that the old rule still stood and you could only have one fairy at a time. But since that rule no longer applies, then you can expect to see much more fairy-based runs in the future. In fact, I might even do an entire episode about trying to find all the fairies. Matter of fact, I might write up a challenge for the Wizard of Legend Discord about the fairies entirely. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah, I suck. I suck. I could tell immediately. It's like, you're dodging in the wrong direction, aren't you? My brain was like, yep. My thumb was like, fuck it, do it anyway. Alright, so I want to try to avoid earth or electric-based arcana right now. And yes, I know that Earth-based Arcana will do better against the Wonder Twins, but considering where I'm heading next, I would rather not have to spend the extra income trying to replace an Earth Arcana that I'm probably not going to use. Unless it's a particularly good Earth Arcana, I'm going to try to stay away from it. And like I said, same thing for Electric, because both Atlas and the Wonder Twins are going to resist that as well. Darkseid, aren't they called the Thunder Twins? Ah, very astute. But you see, Justice Friends. I don't see Justice Friends. What are Justice Friends? Well, you know how nowadays there's a thing called the Justice League, which is a lot like the Avengers, except for, DC Comics instead of Marvel? Well, back then it wasn't called... I mean, that's a good defense for this floor, but then what? Honestly, Kali's Flower Diadem is probably the right choice here. And it's on sale, so why not? I hate you roly-poly bastards. How are you still alive? Goddamn bots? I mean, like, bots as in the slime enemies from Legend of Zelda Link's Adventure, not, like, robots. Okay, so I see Dr. Song over here, but if I were to talk to her now, I would be giving her bubble slaps. I don't want to give her bubble slaps. I know how that sounds, but bear with me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going electric, water, water. I only have one water and no electric. I can use chaos to make up for one of those. But unfortunately, it does not give me everything I need. I could take Aqua Breaker. Now, I was hoping to find the Cascading Blitz upgrade, so that I could give Dr. Song Cascading Blitz and then just come back and pick up the upgrade. Iris apparently is not a fan of my best laid plans. Like I said though, Aqua Breaker. That I will take. It does give me 2 Charge Arcana, but somehow I think I can live with that. Ooh, and I get an Ear Shield out of it. Not bad. I'm not going to worry about Idealist Mirror. Oh, that was real smart. Sure, I'm glad I did that. Alright, so what we need now... Oh, hello, Royal Jelly. I'm kind of hoping I don't need it. Matter of fact, I'd like some offensive relics now. You know, critical hit bonuses or damage boosts, you know, something like that. I have plenty of defense at this point. I'm happy to have it, don't get me wrong, but now I could really use an offensive boost. So, come on, RNGesus. Pray to the dice roll. Nice. Splash. Okay, I'm actually absolutely astonished that I can have more than one fairy. Like, I really thought that that was a thing that couldn't happen, but that's because I've been playing this game since its initial release, and back then, you could not have more than one fairy, so make of that what you will, and that's just kind of the world I was coming from. Okay, Captain's Ring isn't the greatest upgrade in the world for the build that I have right now, since I have so many Arcana of the same element, but it is an upgrade. It would be right now worth, I think it would be worth 12%, which isn't bad. There we go. Thank you, fairies. I would say that a good fairy companion is worth her weight in gold, but as we all know, fairies don't really weigh very much. So instead, I'll just say a good fairy companion is worth a lot. Iris is really not digging the idea of giving me upgrades to either Aqua Breaker or the Bubble Slaps. Like, seriously, Iris, what the hell? Like, no, we don't want you to have a shield. Or a fast-charging Aqua Breaker. It's against the rules. It's against the... Oh, there's rules to this shit now. There's rules to you know, offering me things that I'm going to be spending money on. So then, what you're actually saying right now is that you're, you know, okay not accepting my money. Who put you up to this? Was it Sura? Did Sura put you up to this? You're aware that he just has nitroglycerin shipped into his castle for no reason, right? What do you have? Well, the problem is that would end up lowering the effectiveness of Airborne Slam. Oh, and Bubble Slaps. No thank you. Yes. But it would lower the effectiveness of my basic. I think I'm just going to leave that alone. Yes, I'm perfectly aware of the irony that I was asking for offensive relics and got ones that don't really fit my run. Hello, Twin Turbines. Okay, actually, I kind of like the idea of Twin Turbines more than Aqua Breaker. Even though both the Wonder Twins and oh, what's his fucking name? Atlas. That's it. I knew what I was gonna say. Even though they both resist it, it also boosts my Captain's Ring. So now at this point, it makes more sense. Ow. There. Okay, so getting a little aggressive during their signature probably wasn't the smartest move in the world, but I would say it worked out just fine. Now, if I could get like some gummy vitamins and I mean, this improves so much that and yeah, it's that 100 health is gonna hurt, but that just means that I have to play it a bit more carefully. Wait, are you serious right now? I'm very confused about that. I mean, I've seen it happen before, but it doesn't mean I'm not confused about it. Smooth. Have I ever mentioned that I really hate most of the Earth-based enemies, and that I really hate rogues? Okay, I need to find Anders quick, because I am getting my ass kicked. There we go. I mean, you're not Anders, but, you know, it'll do. That means we still need to play super cautiously, and she still doesn't want anything to do with upgrading my bubble slaps. Hey, Iris, you're starting to upset me. I see boots up there, but I don't think that's where I want to go just yet. By the way, while I was at my doctor's office, oh, you know what? I almost forgot something. I almost forgot that I was doing a surprise mechanics episode, so let's go back to the beginning, where we have plenty of room. Okay, here we go. And we're going to drop the surprise mechanic in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Surprise mechanic! Alright, so what do we have here? Roxel's Pendulum, Ancient Fountain Pen, Magician's Top Hat, the Power Namasicon, and the Blades of Sympathy. Actually, plenty here that's worth taking. Alright, so if you guessed some combination of at least 2 of those 5, then you are good to go and you will get to determine the content of my next open run. And there's our boy, along with Assassin's Blade. I need the health, but my goodness, I am eyeing that Assassin's Blade. Gladly give up the top hat for that. Okay, now we're looking a little bit better. Alright, what's our map clear percentage? I can't see. 87. Is it worth going back and checking out any of the other rooms? I'm going to say yes because I want to try for the Assassin's Blade before I leave this floor. Alright. And somehow there was no money to be had in that room. Alright. Close. Just need 41 coins. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it. only one way to find out. There we go. Alright, not too shabby. Yep, we're going to be able to do it. So, what do I drop? That was easy. Alright. So, with improved critical hit chance and improved critical hit damage, now we're going to be looking pretty solid. Oh, and heavy travel jacket. And the more often I use that, the better off my signature will be. Alright, so we're going to drop Royal Jelly in favor of Heavy Travel Jacket. Now, if it turns out I need the Royal Jelly for something, I can always just come back and grab it. It's not a big deal. Smooth. Still worth it because Ancient Fountain Pen works. Okay, I don't want to give up Bubble Slaps. I like that spell too much. Simultaneously, if it doesn't get an upgrade on this floor, it might be better to switch it out for something else. There we go. We'll just use it. Oh, of course, if I had taken like 3 more steps, would have been fine. Hey, you can both use it and be effective. How would you like that? Nah, I'll just launch it. Are you sure? Because, 5 feet from now, nah, I'm good. God, I hate these guys. And screw right off. That's a maybe. But right now I'm kind of liking the relics that I have, so I might not... Well, Armor of Resolve might be able to go. There we go. Beautiful. And once again, you'll have to forgive me for being a little quiet, even though I'm not feeling as bad today as I was yesterday. It doesn't mean that I'm in the greatest of conditions, so... Again, I apologize for being a little... Okay, so we finally have an upgrade to something, at least. But with that, I suppose I can gamble with Cascading Blitz and see what we get. Yeah, there's really nothing here I want. I don't know. Who cares? At least I know that Aqua Breaker is set up and ready to go. The power of the Chaotic Buster. Ooh, and Pathfinder's Knapsack. Alright, well, tell you what, we'll take that in place of the Armor of Resolve. That sound fair? I think that sounds fair. And I think that's about it, unless there's something here that really, really caught my attention, and there isn't because I don't have enough money. Nah, I'm gonna save my money just in case I make it through Atlas without getting ruined. I'll be able to use that extra money to purchase something nice on the final floor. Ooh, look at that! 75% damage in one combo. I'm smart. There we go. Thank you, Chaotic Buster. Nah, I don't want Spark Contact. I'm good. Okay, that wasn't intentional, but I'm glad that the sturdy wooden easel worked out for me there. There we go. Looking good. By the good graces of the Lady of Fortune, I've managed to avoid taking a bunch of damage. Oh, I had started to say something, and that is that while I was at my doctor's office, I had notice something very... I'm going to drop that and take the Bowser shell. I had noticed that being advertised that apparently Papa John's has their own version of the stuffed crust pizza now, which... I don't know, that actually has me a little excited, because I've recently come to the incredible discovery that Pizza Hut sucks at making pizza, at least in my opinion. And that might be a bit of a contentious opinion to some, but I mean, you tell me how I'm supposed to react when I order a pizza and it doesn't get to me until 4 hours later, and then when it does, it has the wrong toppings on it. Like, there's a story to that, but I'm not going to go into it. This is not the time to go into a slightly longer-winded anecdote. And trust me, I'm all about anecdotes here. Oh man, Chaotic Buster. That is an S rank signature, no doubt about it. Alright, well, that was our surprise mechanic episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I actually haven't had much of a chance to set up a new theme run. So I apologize for that. I know it's become kind of a tradition for me, but I think I'm going to take a week off from the theme run thing, and when I come back to it, I'll hopefully have some very interesting ideas. So again, my apologies. Not trying to leave anybody out dangling in the wind, but considering my stomach problems and just the idea that I didn't really have a chance to formulate any good ideas, I'm just gonna have to let that one go for now. But I will have another theme run idea for next week. That I'm sure I will. So again, thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate you coming and spending some of your valuable free time with me. Drop me a like, leave me a comment. I appreciate all of it. You guys have been very supportive and helpful lately, and I appreciate hearing from every single one of you. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I will be seeing you